Sorry, guys. Just give me a minute. I'm getting a few things together. All right. Oh, my gosh. Chris, what's up, buddy? Ooh, yay. Trying to do too many things at once. Yeah, I am hoping to, Doug. I'm hoping to get up there this week. I've decided not to commit anymore because every time I commit, something happens. But I have a crazy week coming up too, so part of it's going to depend on that. With it being so close to the holidays, there's a lot of catering and stuff for my other business. And between that and all the sorting and shipping and this and that, we'll see how the week works for me. But I'm gonna try to make it up there one day. All right. When it fills, we got like 5 teams left, so I would imagine it's gonna be in the next day or two. I mean, I'm hoping it is anyway. I mean, usually we only posted it 2 days ago, so usually if it takes much longer, then I'll post the remaining teams on eBay. But I usually give that a week before I do that. But this Super Jumbo's been filling so fast. I mean, like I said, I think there's 5 or 6 teams left, so hopefully in the next day or so it'll be full and we'll break it then. All right, what's going on, everyone? Chris, the Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2022 Bowman Draft First Edition 3-box break number 3. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially for anybody who's new to the channel, welcome. A little bit about us. We've been around for over 7 years now. Break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as the little hands will move. If you are new to the channel, hit the old subscribe button there. Do us a favor. eBay continues to run their sweepstakes. No purchase necessary there. Go to any of our eBay listings, look in the description, and follow the link. And maybe you win some free cards. And then, of course, as we were just talking about, chefsportscards.com, our website. We got a couple super jumbo breaks, super jumbo box draft breaks up over there right now. The pick your teams down to like 5 teams, and I think the randoms down to like 8 or 9 spots. So we're very close on both. We get them full. We can break them tomorrow night. We will have both of those, the second half of number 4 and all of number 5 spotlight break tomorrow night. That got postponed again. I apologize to anybody who was in those. So, if we get those full, we'll do those right after the spotlight breaks tomorrow night. So, but yes, it should be in the next day or so. So head on over to chefsportscards.com. All right, let's go over some teams. D-backs and Braves, Stratton E. Orioles, Rusty C. Red Sox and Cubs, Stratton E. Reds, Brian L. Guardians, Rusty C. Rockies, Stratton E. Tigers, Keith A. Royals, Astros, Angels, Dodgers, Stratton E. Brewers, Rusty C. Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Mets, Yankees, A's, Stratton E. Phillies, Douglas C. Pirates, Stratton E. Cardinals, Ted P. Padres, Robert H. Giants, Stratton A. Mariners, JB. Rays, Stratton E. Rangers, Rusty C. And Blue Jays and Nationals, Stratton E. All right, Stratton's got he likes these ones. I was able to, for anybody who's here, and there's a couple people that are here, I believe I was able to procure a few more boxes of Battle Arena. Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. Again, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. We did our break the other day. We pulled some monster hits out of there. One of them, the auto sells for like over $1,000. Multiple cards worth hundreds of dollars. So I was able to procure a few more boxes at a good price. So that's why I'm waiting to make sure they ship, because I feel like people might contact me and go, "Oh yeah, that's not the right price," because they've been going through the roof. So once they ship, we'll post it up on the website. We can do some more of that. That was a ton of fun, that break. Trace Gonzalez for the Pirates. So, and as I said, I know I've been talking like crazy, but if you haven't seen Bo Jackson's Battle Arena, I'm telling you, check them out. They are, I know it sounds crazy because they were sports card collectors. These are sports cards. Ooh, orange. Orange, you glad I opened this pack? All right, Costa, Jackson Holiday first. And come on, give us the double Jackson Holiday. A little color match. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, shit. Sorry, my language. Ricardo Cabrera, 17 of 25 for the Reds. For Brian. I will tell you, I know more than a few people in the first break bought in to help fill it because they like me and are very happy that they did afterwards because they all made money basically. Brooks Lee, Michael Kennedy for the Pirates. Gold coming up. Eric Brown Jr. for the Brew Crew. 18 of 50. Nice gold. For Rusty. Joshua Baez for the Cardinals. Elijah Green and Jackson Jobe for the Tigers. 49 of 150. For Keith. Cole Young. Tristan Verling for the Yanks. Paciola. Timur Johnson for the Pirates. Oh, my son's so pissed about the college playoffs. Nothing helped him yesterday. He needed Tennessee to move just one spot. Kyle Manzarno, he had tickets and everything. He just got tickets like 3 or 4 days ago, and he texted me and he was like, "They just got to move up one spot, and we'll get a home game, and I have tickets for it." And I was like, "Well, You know, if Texas beats Georgia, that'll give them 3 losses. Maybe that'll move them down a few spots or whatever, but nothing. And then when they were doing the reveal this morning, Tanner Schobel for the 20s, 146 of 150, did a lauder. He was like, well, maybe they could play Penn State and I could go up to Penn State. You know, he could come home and go up to Penn State for the game. No, no luck there either. I said, well, unless you want to drive to Columbus or wherever Ohio State is, you're screwed, dude. So come home. That's the only good thing. Now he'll be home in like 2 days. Otherwise, he wasn't going to be home for like another week and a half because he was going to stay down in Knoxville for the game. So it's a win for me, not for him. Trey Sweeney for the Yanks. Did any of you guys see that SMU game last night, the end of it? It was absolutely crazy. Once the breaks ended, I put on the Penn State game, and I knew they were going to lose. We got a yellow coming up. Jonathan Class for Seattle, 44 of 75. And it was funny because earlier in the night, my wife and I were talking about it, about how, like, if Clemson were to win, they'll get in the playoffs, and they're, you know, like the 17th ranked team or whatever they are. And how is that fair, you know, to other teams? SMU comes all the way back just to have them do that at the end. It was nuts. It was fun, that's for sure. College football, no joke this year. They really do have to figure out a better way for this playoff. It's such a shame because everyone thought, oh, they'll go to 12 teams. It'll make it easier, you know, figuring out who should be there. Vaquero for Washington. It's worse now than it's ever been. It's worse now that it's 12 than when it was 4 because, I mean, you can fight that like 4 of the teams shouldn't even be there, you know, based on their strength of schedule or, you know. But what are you going to do? It's the way it is. The way it is the way it is. Tennessee just wanted a home game, but oh well. Zidane Raphael for Boston. 70 of 75 for Stratton. Here you go, buddy. It's a shame too. A playoff game at Neyland would have been pretty crazy down there in Tennessee. But like I told my son, you know, their quarterback's a redshirt freshman, and he's good. There's the Kumar Rocker. He's really good, but he is still a freshman, you know. So I figured, I told him, like, this is a good experience. It's not like they're going to win a national championship this year, but in a couple of years, you never know. This kid gets better. Zach Nito. Oh, man. Should wash my hands. I was making beets earlier. My hands are like stained with it. For those of you who don't cook, beets are like nature's dye. They get on your skin, they stay there for like weeks. Cade Horton for the Cubbies. Teamer Johnson. Benny, old Benny Montgomery. Last night we had the Benny Montgomery 1 of 1. Platinum. I meant to look up the odds on that. Forgot to. I got to look it up tonight. Elijah Green. Brandon Baria for Toronto. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Ho, mama. Whoa, daddy. Rusty. Holy shnikey. These things are a tough pull, my friend. Congrats. First edition refractor Jackson Holiday 226 of 499. Oh my. Yeah. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 8:30 I'm doing the first half, and then from last night, and then 9 o'clock for 9 o'clock for the one from tonight. Wow. Rusty, my friend, congratulations. That thing is awesome. Awesome. Jace Jung. Say what you want about this. This box has been very good to us. Alan Cerda, Cincinnati. Drew Gilbert, Gavin Cross, and Nate Furman for the Guardians. 79 of 150. You got it, Rusty. Congrats, man. Thing's awesome. Autos out here are not easy pulls. I mean, they're like, only like one or two per case that they put in. But if you're going to get one, that's the one to get, my friend. All right, box 2. Dylan Ray for the D-backs. Yorkie for Boston to 150. Teamer Johnson. Adam Mazer for the Padres. Yellow coming up. Ryan Ritter for the Rockies, numbered to 75, 36 of 75. Chase DeLauder's in there. Rockies have hit in every break we've done. There's been a lot of Rockies, actually. Yesterday, we had a gold, an orange, and a 1-of-1 all for the Rockies in that break yesterday. Some sneaky Rockies hits. Stratton's got the Rockies tonight. James Triantos for the Cubs. Clark Elliott. Elijah Green and Ben Joyce for the Angels. 11 of 150. He's a good one. Angels is Stratton. Leo Watson for Miami. Miami. Yeah, the Rockies have been hitting. In these boxes, in this case, they certainly have been, that's for sure. Mason Barnett for Kansas City. He just signed with the Mets, really? Wow. What'd they give him? I mean, I'm not surprised from a money aspect. The guy's got more money than God, the Mets owner. Guy pays like $400 million a year in luxury tax. And Kumar. 15 years. Really? Wow. How old is Soto? I mean, I know he's still young, but is he like 25? 15 years, $765 million? Wait a second. 15 years is ridiculous. It's $51 million a year. Jeez, baseball's getting out of control. 15 years, 765 million is 51 million a year. So what's his name? Otani makes like 70. Who's even close after that? Like, who would be the next highest paid after Soto? Parker Messick. I mean, I know there are guys like in the 30s, right? Like low 30s. Is there someone? There isn't. That's crazy. I am one of the few people, and I know this is going to sound crazy. I still feel like Soto's living off his Nationals days. And don't get me wrong, he had a good year last year. He had a very good year last year. He's also surrounded by Judge and other players, you know? 74, 75. He was not all that in San Diego, not for what he is. I mean, he was fine, but, you know, it's like he's still getting paid from his days when he was in Washington. I don't know. Maybe I'm blinded a little bit by this guy. He annoys me a little bit. Harper only makes like 28, 27, something like that. And they've talked about that multiple times, that Harper doesn't even make nearly as much as he should. Trout makes what? He's maybe 30. And again, Trout's been hurt a lot and so on and so forth. You know, man, that's a lot of money, $51 million a year. To play for the Mets, too. Wow. That's annoying as hell as a Phillies fan. Samuel Munoz. Scherzer makes 43. Okay. I don't. I never paid that much attention to pitchers' contracts for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not surprised that they make that kind of money. What does Judge make in a year? I have no idea what he makes. even the president of the Phillies has even said that they don't pay Harper enough money. But hey, man, you sign your contract, you sign your contract. That's the beauty of baseball, though. That's guaranteed money. Like, you go out and get hit by a car tomorrow, you're getting that money. Every other sport, football, you sign a contract like that, you go out and blow out your knee, you're done. That's it. Jackson Cox. That's why they have to have such big signing bonuses in football, because that's the only guaranteed money they get. Judge makes 40. That makes sense to me. Look, I'm not saying Soto's not worth 51. That sounds a little high to me, though. But after the Ohtani contract last year, how do you say to people, no, you're not worth that? Well, they're paying that guy 70. I'm not asking for that. Which really, a contract like Ohtani's, well, don't get me wrong, it's already paid for itself. They won a World Series, but that kind of money only works if he goes back to pitching, too. Trout makes 37? Does he really? Wow, I didn't realize Trout made that much. So he's not going to be a Dodger. Well, okay, fair enough. I'm so upset he's going to be a Met. Shit. Excuse my language. This is Jackson Churio. Oh, God, it's annoying as hell. I never even thought it'd be the Mets, to be honest with you. Damn. Well, now we're going to have to play him 22 times a year. You're just happy you left the Yankees. Oh, the money they make is on such a whole level that it's incomprehensible to us. Just incomprehensible, that kind of money. But the crazy part is when you really, we've talked about this before here, when you really look at the business of baseball or professional sports in general, Shaylin Polanco, I was reading this article when Harper signed with the Phillies. And his was 11 years, 300 and something million. I don't know. 13 years, 300 and something million, whatever it was. He makes 28 or I don't know, somewhere around there. But when I was reading the article said his jersey sales alone will cover his salary. We hear this money and think wow, that's a lot of money. But these teams bring in so much money. It's insane. His merch sales alone will cover it, Jacob Marseille for the Padres, 20 of 50 gold. For Robert. Yeah, well, you got the O's, man. You guys are in good shape for a long time. You got a AAA team that can beat 80% of the professional teams. So I won't hear any crying from any Oriole fans, My Phillies are going to fall apart and be the worst team in the league, and the O's are still going to be winning 10 years from now with all the young talent they have. It makes me sick. I love the Orioles. I really do. They've always been my favorite AL team. But they are almost it's almost unfair how stacked they are right now. J.R. Ritchie. They just need to get a little more experience, so they don't embarrass themselves in the playoffs. They're just, unfortunately, a little young, but give them another year or two, and they're going to become the hated team in baseball because they're going to win constantly. I think Gunnar Henderson is one of the most talented baseball players. Between him and Bobby Witt, they're amazing, both of them. Jacob Melton, 25 of 150 for Houston. Yeah, I honestly think they just need a little more seasoning. Don't get me wrong, pitching won't hurt, but I just think they need a little bit, a little more time under their belt. There's something to be said. Baseball is one of those sports that I don't think a lot of people realize how grueling a baseball season is. Especially if you're making a World Series run. You're playing the better part of 200 plus games over a 10-month period, And especially when you got young guys like they have who have never played that many games in a season, even at the on the AAA level, they're only playing what, like 110 or whatever it is. So it takes a few years to get comfortable with that 162 plus schedule, you know. And that's why, veteran players, veteran teams tend to do better in the playoffs because they can get themselves through that. Yeah, it's experience, absolutely. And it's almost like a conditioning. You know what I mean? Like knowing how to get through that many games and still be at your best at come playoff time, you know? Like my son played baseball through high school and he had college offers and stuff, but decided he didn't want to play in college. But I think the most games my son ever played in a year is like 96 or something like that in a season. And that was actually, yeah, it was 96 with one of his travel teams. And I mean, it was grueling. And I mean, granted, he was like 17 or whatever he was at the time, but I was thinking to myself, this isn't even like half of what a pro schedule would be. Like, there are guys who are like 4 years older than my son who are playing more than double this. Balcazar to 150. So to me, that really takes some time to not only physically be able to do it, but have the focus and the. Because I can imagine, even on a team that's winning and doing well, you hit August. We talk about it, you hear about it all the time in baseball, the dog days of August. Like, that's tough to get through. It really is. So my thing with the Orioles is I feel like they just need another season or two of gelling, bringing a few more guys up, playing all those games, and Jackson Holiday. I think they're going to be friggin' unstoppable at some point. They're just too good. Lipscomb. I'm actually surprised they didn't trade Jackson Holiday this past year. I thought for sure they were going to try to trade him for like Scooball or someone like that to get that last pitching piece. Because really, I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe in Jackson Holiday as an amazing player who's going to be an amazing player. And I know he was a little cold in the beginning and this and that, whatever. But they have so much young talent down there. They don't really need him. Whereas, they could have traded him for some huge pitching prospect or huge pitchers to bring in. Oh, I'm a fan. Look, half of that team, that AAA team that they have in, is it Norfolk? AAA's in Norfolk? Is it Norfolk? Can't remember. And Kobe Mayo is one of them. They're all amazing. There's a whole bunch of them down there. I mean, you saw some of them come up this year, Westberg and Kauser, and. But man, they have done a very good job in the draft and been a little lucky in the draft too. They've picked up a lot of talent that's done well for them. Guys that maybe they weren't necessarily expecting, to be as good as they are. Yeah, Norfolk Tides. I go down to Aberdeen sometimes to see him. I saw Jackson Holiday play down there. Aberdeen's not. I've been there a million times because my son used to play baseball there when he was a kid. Jordan Beck, but it's not a bad drive from where I live. It only takes like 50 minutes to get there. The old Aberdeen Ironbirds. Yiddy Cappy, 37 of 75. Yeah. The Bowie Bay Sox, the Aberdeen Ironbirds, the Norfolk Tides. Oh, we could talk about minor league baseball all day. Paciola and Sal Stewart for the Reds. Running away on me. Teamer. No. The Ironbirds are double A now? No. Wait. They used to be short season before they did the realignment. Now I believe they're the double A. I think the Bay Sox are the single A or vice versa. I can't remember now. But they used to be the short season A team. They were like their lowest level, like rookie ball league. But when they did the realignment, because they have a really nice stadium, they have a really nice, that whole thing down there. Cal Ripken owns all that down there. So I think it's double A now, if I remember right. It's single now? Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, they used to be the short season single A team where they only played like 48 games and it was, guys who were barely pros. Ryan Reckley for San Francisco. Yeah, Kannapolis is what the Cannonballs now, right? They're part of the White Sox organization, right? It's I think the Kannapolis Cannonballers, I believe, is their name now. All right, we got some gold. Here we go. Wilman Diaz for the Dodgers, 34 of 50. I love minor league team names. Like the Trash Pandas has to be one of the best ones ever. I mean, they actually had a meeting and someone came up with that. We should be the Trash Pandas, and you're like, okay, because the Angels already have some truly strange names for their minor league teams. They're like the 66ers and the Dust Devils. Like some teams you see either like the Cubs. Their triple A team is the Cubs, The Phillies, their double A team is the Phillies. You see a lot of that. But then some teams are like way off the reservation. You know? Like, who comes up with the Trash Pandas? Although their setup down in Alabama is amazing. The stadium, everything's so nice. Yankiel Fernandez for the Rockies. Oh, is that what it is? Cannon Mills? I didn't know that. I didn't know that was why they were called the Cannonballers. Huh, cool. Oh, we got an orange. Aren't you glad I opened this pack? Sorry, I can't help myself. For the Dodgers again, Eddie Leonard, 4 of 25. I just love how, like, some of them make sense and some of them just. I mean, it was a good thing when they realigned teams because they made them more regional and stuff, which is, makes sense. Although I loved it when Wilmington, when the Blue Rocks used to be part of Kansas City. We saw Bobby Witt play there back when he first started Woburn show, and then I think it was the next year when they did the realignment, and now they're the Senators single A team. So go down and see Dylan Cruz or whoever their new guys are coming in. Oh, the Mills Long Gone. That's cool though. That's a cool reason for the name. I just saw this comedian. I'm sure you guys have seen him on Instagram do a whole thing about the Guardians, like the name the Guardians. It's so funny. He's like, the Indians made sense. We were the first team to ever have an Indian player. It wasn't, demeaning or this or that. And he's like, the Guardians is a bridge that my buddy got a DUI on 3 times now. It's such an odd name for a baseball team, the Guardians. Yerlin Confidant. I don't know if it's that people are so used to the names that they had that no matter what they go with, they're not going to like. The Guardians were so strange. That was like when the Redskins changed their name to Commanders. I mean, people were like going nuts over that, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's not a great name, but it's not. I mean, it sounds like a football name to me, the Commanders, you know? But I think it's just the fact that it wasn't the Redskins anymore is what gets people mad. Colson Montgomery for the White Sox, number 32 of 150. Jonathan Cannon for the White Sox. All right, a couple more packs. The Kannapolis Cannonballers. What a great name. Oh, that's red. That's red, folks. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. Michael Knorr for Houston first. 5 of 5 red. Who's got the Astros? Stratton. Wow. We've had a 1 of 1, a 5 of 5, a Jackson Holiday audit. This case has been quite good. Multiple good oranges and golds and we like red. We'll always take red. Polanco, Messick, and Leo Watson. Drew Thorpe for the Yanks. Drew Gilbert. Kevin Cross and Owen Murphy for the Braves. And our last pack. Jose Salas for Miami to 150. For Stratton. All right, folks, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I could not do this without y'all, and I do truly appreciate it. So I know some of you are in them. Tomorrow night we'll be here 8:30. We're going to finish Spotlight number 4, and at 9 we're going to do Spotlight number 5 tomorrow night. Again, I apologize for the delay on those boxes, but you know, what are you going to do? So we'll be back tomorrow night with those. If we get those super jumbos filled on the website, we can break those tomorrow night too. There's only a few spots left in each, so you know, go check out the website. Maybe you grab a spot over there too. So otherwise, please stay safe, stay healthy out there. And bear with me one sec. We'll do a hit recap and get out of here. All right, hit recap for 2022 Bowman Draft. First edition, 3-box break number 3. We got a ton of. There's a Jackson Holiday. There's another Jackson Holiday. We got a ton of first aquas and another Jackson Holiday. We'll pull out any first aquas and make sure they get sleeved and top loaded. We have these 3 base Jackson Holidays, and then hits. Blues to 150. Jackson Jobe, Tanner Schobel, Nate Furman, Nick Yorkie, Ben Joyce, Leonardo Balcazar, Guy sounds like he should be a wizard. Melton, Montgomery, and Jose Salas. Those are all to 150. 275, Sedaine Raphael, Jonathan Class, Ryan Ritter, Edison Paulino, Yiddy Cappy. Golds to 50, Eric Brown Jr., Jacob Marseille, and Wilman Diaz. Oranges, 225, Ricardo Cabrera and Eddie Leonard. Red to 5, Michael Noor for Houston, and this little monster right here. First, Jackson Holiday, a refractor to 499 autograph. Absolute monster of a card. Congrats to Rusty on that one. All right, folks, again, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Hope to see everyone tomorrow night. Stay safe, stay healthy out there. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.